This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you are listening to the Capes and the Lunatic Sidekicks podcast.
Yeah, whatever. Ben Reilly, Spider-Man's clone. He's the guy. He's got a sweatshirt. Yeah, that's how you know he's different, and he's a blonde hair.
Yeah, whatever. Last Scarlet Spider episode of the year. Yeah. Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Ultimate Spider Cast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always,
No. As randomly.
As random.
As monthly.
That's right, it's Matt Kona.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, that's all right. You know what? There's episodes where you had to go to work and Ray was here, so, you know.
Yeah.
You get your time to shine now. Because, yes, Ray's son is feeling a little under the weather, so he could not join us, so it's just me and Matt Kona.
Two-person show.
That's right. You and I never do like a two-person show.
Yeah, it's been a while. All right, so let's clear the air to behind the scenes. Pull the curtain back. Ray from the Moon Knight podcast, Into the Night. He normally joins us for these Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider discussions. So we record very early in the morning to get late night Australian time and early time. So this is a very early morning podcast for anybody watching live. And
on a Sunday morning. Okay.
Yeah, and now I can kind of be an advocate for doing weird things early in the morning, or watching like a baseball team, like the Red Sox, the local team played in their season opener in Japan a few years ago, and it was at like 7:30 in the morning. And so I drove up to my grandparents' house to watch it, just as a fun thing. Podcasting's a little bit different because you're still a little bit bleary-eyed, and you got to talk and make sense and make some jokes and stuff. But so to everyone staying up late in Australia, hello. Ray, hope everything is going good soon.
Whoa, that's pretty damn big.
Yeah, I mean, hey, some people may be getting up for church or something. I don't know.
Now, Phil, you obviously do a lot of podcasts. So is this the earliest that you've done a podcast before?
Yeah.
Have you ever done one earlier?
No. Yeah. Usually these Ray ones are the earliest I usually do, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Usually
just didn't know if you were ever part of like a 24-hour podcast marathon or something.
That sounds like you. No.
No.
I've never done it. Yeah. I've done a couple hours on a marathon, but it's been in the afternoon, so.
Yeah. Same here. Just wondering.
All right, so today we are discussing Spider-Man 57 and Spectacular Spider-Man 223, both with special covers and both from April, 1995. So did you read Amazing Spider-Man 400 a while ago?
I don't know. I don't think so. I forget. Did that come out months ago? Because I feel like I got that in the store. If it did.
Oh no, I meant Clone Saga wise, Amazing 400, the death of the death of Aunt May.
I probably have, but I did not reread it in the lead up to this.
Well, the important thing to know is Aunt May died.
I did see the reference back to it.
And Peter's been arrested for murder.
Yeah, I see. It did seem, because I'm only on these every month or so, and I'm not reading a bunch of other Ben Reilly old stuff currently in my everyday life. It seems like I feel like Ben Reilly, waking up into a nightmare. Like, what happened? Or Peter Parker, in jail for a murder he didn't commit.
Sounds like a TV show, but
well,
no.
You know what it reminded me of, and I gotta check. I think the timeline lines up, but there's a movie. Oh, actually, no, it doesn't. Never mind. This came out in '95. It reminded me of the 1997 David Lynch film Lost Highway.
Oh,
because there's a character in the movie that is in a jail cell, and then the next morning, in the jail cell is a different person who didn't know how he got there. And that doesn't happen in this issue, but it's sort of like what got him there was done by a different person. Why Peter Parker is incarcerated for a Utah murder.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Whatever. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. We saw the whole murder in was that the Lost Years? Yeah. So
we covered all that.
Yeah. I just think if people were reading at this point, I don't think did they get the Lost Years yet? I don't think. But hey, I was gonna say, plug for Marvel like they need it, but I might be start reading a lot of these more digitally because I got Marvel Unlimited again because there's a sale I think till the end of the year. It's like you enter in the code. What is it? Marvel for 55 or something like I forget what the code is, but yeah, it's you get a year for like $55 now till the end of the year because it's usually $69.
Yeah, a little holiday savings.
What, a year for $69? Who's running that? Who's running that Marvel over there? Lilith Hellfire.
Did her episode come out this week?
Oh, into the night. The Moon Knight podcast. Yes.
Yes, it did.
Okay. Oh yeah, it did.
I gotta check it out. Gotta join her on the island of Ra.
So yes. So Spider-Man 57 starts off with a nice big Mary Jane like smacking Ben Reilly across the face.
Yep, it's definitely I think both cartoony violence and the artwork just to start this one out. The dramatic look on Ben's face.
I know, it's like, you really smacked me?
Yeah. This issue overall has a different tone to the Spectacular Spider-Man Part 2 art-wise. And a little bit in the dramatics. But, we're thrust into the courtroom battle. Gives you some background on Peter Parker's got some legal help, which we later learn is funded by the Daily Bugle. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let me see. I was going to say, I don't know if it'd be easy. Do you think it'd be easier if I just read synopses for these issues? That's what we've been doing on some of the other episodes.
Sure. Yeah. But it's got that classic moment where you don't find out what you're on trial for until the judge lays it down in front of you. Murder.
I know. It's like, what did I do? Murder. Okay. Ooh, big synopsis. Okay. All right, here it is. Of course, it's continued from Amazing 400. Following the arrest of Peter Parker, the Scarlet Spider has come to Mary Jane to offer his help in freeing her husband. In response to this, Mary Jane slaps Ben Reilly across the face. This is the first time she has met the Scarlet Spider, the clone of Peter Parker, and she blames him for Peter's arrest and tells him to get out of her home. Putting his mask back on, Ben tells Mary Jane that he is going to help free Peter with or without her help and leaves.
Yeah, I want to say that I like the inadvertent connection to current day times where Mary Jane's like, listen, I would prefer that you put your mask on when you're around me.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, look, there he is.
Hey, how you going, guys?
There you go. Matt Kona was about to burn you in effigy for getting up this early. Okay.
No. I was saying I like getting up early this morning, but
shut up! No, you didn't.
It's funny that we got two East Coasters rolling out at 7 a.m.
Sorry about that. Thanks for letting me jump on a little later. The little fella, he's been up and down with his nights. So, so I can't guarantee that I might be here for the whole thing, but I wanted to jump on anyway because I can't not come on to the last episode of the year, right?
That's right.
You make a good point.
But we kind of just been loosely talking about this. I've started reading this synopsis of the whole Mary Jane smacking Ben Reilly.
Yeah. Really good art, I must say.
Oh yeah. Is that John Romita Jr.? Yeah.
Yeah, I know we've seen many of his works before with Ben Reilly, but I don't know. For me, sometimes it's a little bit of hit and miss with JR. But I thought this was, especially that splash page at the beginning. And apologies if you guys passed by that already. But he, really, really good in this issue.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I like John Romita Jr.'s pencils the best on Spider-Man. I've seen other characters he's fine, but I don't know if it's just like Spider-Man. I think was the first place I saw him, but yeah, I like his Spider-Man more than other characters.
Yeah. So where did you guys get up to in just the synopsis?
Yeah, I didn't even finish this, and this is like a big synopsis. Let me see. He told Mary Jane he's gonna free Peter without her help. Meanwhile, Peter Parker finds himself before an arraignment hearing. He cannot hear what the woman is saying because he can't help but think about how he got himself into this situation. Recap. He remembers how he was arrested shortly after Aunt May's funeral. Again, Amazing Spider-Man 400. According to the arresting officers, Peter has been accused of murdering a police detective in Salt Lake City, like me and Matt said. We covered that in the Lost Years.
Yep.
Unfortunately, instead of paying bail and going back home to Mary Jane, Peter is remanded into custody until trial.
Which he kind of looks... there's one panel of him there in jail. He kind of looks quite sinister. Yeah. Oh, wow. What a cover.
Uh-huh. Yes, jail cell.
That's cool.
Later in the cell, Peter's confronted by Jacob Raven, who's confused why Ben Reilly didn't run from Reilly when he showed up at his door. Peter legitimately doesn't know who Raven is or who his partner was, as he has never been to Salt Lake City in his life. However, Raven isn't buying this, but assures Peter that he will get Parker familiar with his crimes when he is shipped back to Utah to answer for his crimes. Peter isn't the only person who finds this recent development impossible to believe. The staff at the Daily Bugle is reeling from the news that Peter has been arrested for murder. As Peter has been a freelance photographer at the Daily Bugle for many years, Joe Robertson sits down for a private meeting with J. Jonah Jameson to determine how the Bugle will report the story. Jonah callously says they are going to do nothing about it, pointing out to Joe that if Peter is guilty, he will get what he deserves. After sending Joe out of his office, Jonah answers a phone call from the lawyer representing Peter. After being reassured that Peter is going to get the best legal representation possible, Jameson reminds the lawyer that the legal fees are not coming from the Daily Bugle, but his own pockets. So, that old softy.
Yeah, it's helping him out. Nice one.
Hard on the outside, not wanting to talk about it, but taking care of the kid, if he only knew.
And then, of course, a man who resembles Peter Parker walks through Queens trying to determine why this neighborhood seems so familiar. While at one police plaza, Peter Parker and Mary Jane meet with Peter's lawyer in the hopes that he will help prove that Peter is innocent. While at the hotel room of Jacob Raven, the seasoned police detective finally finds himself doubting himself. After confronting Peter Parker face to face, he wonders if he arrested the right man. Elsewhere in the city, skulking, Kaine is haunted by another precognitive vision of Mary Jane getting murdered by some unseen assailant. That's getting closer. To get his mind off the pain of these visions, he uses his wall-crawling abilities to rip down the side of a building.
What you do?
Stress ball would be better.
Right?
Yeah. It's just one side of it. I mean, the rest of the building is still operational.
Yeah, you only need 3 walls to hold a building up.
A room or two, you get shut down for a while, you get a new wall, whatever.
Later, back at the Parker home, Mary Jane cries over her recent miseries. She suddenly begins to worry about the baby growing inside her. For the first time, she considers what Peter's radioactive blood may have done to their unborn child. Starting to panic, Mary Jane runs out into the rain in order to get some fresh air and clear her mind. While at Ravencroft, the Jackal was in a session with Dr. Kafka. After talking about Gwen Stacy for a moment, John Jameson and the security forces come in and tell Ashley that the session is over. He wants to get the Jackal back to his cell, wanting to avoid yet another breakout at the facility. Back in Queens, the man who looks like Peter Parker happens upon a thief running away with a briefcase he stole from a man on the street. Finding this familiar, Peter Parker leaps in the way and stops the thief, knocking him out and giving back the stolen responsibility. Who wrote this?
With great stolen power comes great stolen responsibility.
Suck it, Lilith.
Yeah, suck it, Lilith. You said you were going to send in feedback.
Call her up now. Get her.
Oh yeah, like she ain't gonna roll out of bed, man.
Suck it, Lilith.
Oh, Lilith, you got 2 seconds. You got 2 seconds.
That's not what you want to hear before 8 a.m. Someone calling you up and saying you're on the air, Lilith. No,
yeah, exactly.
Suck it. And what did you think about the Ben Riley issue?
Lilith, you got 2 suck it Lilith to 1 suck it Kona. So, something about this whole thing struck a chord with this Parker. While in Manhattan, Mary Jane runs down the street, trying to get her mind off the thoughts in her head. She's unaware that the Scarlet Spider is swinging overhead, keeping an eye on her. While wondering how to convince Mary Jane to accept his help, the Spider spots, Judas Traveler and his minions lurking in a nearby alley. Judas tells his host to wait in the alley as he approaches Mary Jane. He tries to convince her to talk to him as he is curious about how she views Spider-Man. Before he can get any answers out of Mary Jane, Judas Traveler is ambushed by the Scarlet Spider. At the same moment, Jacob Raven has arrived outside the Parker home, only to discover that Mary Jane is not home. Before he can leave, he is ambushed by Kaine, who tells Raven that he has arrested the wrong person. Jacob refuses to believe a costume madman without proof. Deciding to give Jacob the proof he needs, Kaine gives him a non-lethal version of his mark of Kaine, leaving a horrible burn pattern on the side of Jacob's face. At that moment, Judas Traveler keeps the Scarlet Spider at bay by appearing to will the very streets around him to explode. This comes as a surprise to the Scarlet Spider, who didn't realize how powerful Traveler was during their last encounter. Watching as the Scarlet Spider dodges all the dangers put in his path by Traveler. Mary Jane truly wonders if she... he begins to wonder if he does not care about his... Mary Jane, she begins to wonder if he truly does care about the fate of her husband. When the Scarlet Spider makes it to Mary Jane, Judas is satisfied with the results of his latest test and leaves without further incident. In the aftermath of the battle, Mary Jane decides to take the Spider's offer for aid, but asks him to leave his mask on because the most unsettling thing about him to her is his face. At that same moment, Peter Parker's nightmare continues as he is being transferred to a new prison cell on Rikers Island. While at Ravencroft, the Jackal is alone in a cell, gloating about how his plan is going smoothly. While in Queens, the other Peter Parker sits on a rooftop, vows to find out who he is, and thinks he knows where to start looking.
Yes. Wow.
I was going to say, I guess maybe because his body keeps shifting, Kaine's fingerprints wasn't it his fingerprints that got Peter Parker arrested? But I was like, okay,
yeah.
Here, let me prove you got the wrong man. Let me burn Peter Parker's fingerprints into your face.
Yeah, I didn't really get that. Here's your evidence. Matt, did you think it was to do with the fingerprints at all as well? I don't know. I just thought I was trying to backtrack whether the mark of Kaine. Actually, the mark of Kaine was there. That was it, wasn't it?
On the partner.
Yeah. So that's So he proved. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's pretty straightforward then.
Yeah, it proved that someone else gave it. I mean, or they were just a real good coincidence that someone else could do that to his face. Yeah.
I mean, the prints aren't going to help, but it's just like, okay, Peter Parker's locked in a cell, so here.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know how the alibi would shake up, but Utah is pretty far from New York, and Peter Parker is usually around people. I mean, when he's not Spider-Man.
I can't remember which issue, but I believe maybe it's closer to the trial. But I believe at one point, I think it's Peter says something, or he thinks to himself. I believe when the murder goes down, I believe he said it was when he was buried alive by Kraven in Kraven's Last Hunt. So.
Okay.
Just coincidentally, yeah. So he has, So he has no alibi, unless he comes out and says, "Oh yeah, I'm Spider-Man. I was buried alive for 2 weeks." I think it was like 2 weeks. So
yeah. Nice of the Clone Saga to just leech on to one of the most iconic Spider-Man stories of all time. To be like, "Oh yeah, that was a connection. We worked that out."
Yeah. Intricately played out. Yeah.
So Kraven's Last Hunt.
Yeah, whatever.
But like two big things here in this issue that I thought. Number one, and it ends with him, the fourth Peter Parker roaming around. I mean, you've got Ben Reilly, you've got Kaine, and you've got Peter Parker. Now this is other guy that, of course, seems like a clone to Peter Parker. And the other one, the other big takeaway for me is Judas Traveler. Seeing him again. I don't know about you. I don't know if you were as excited or as happy as I was to see Judas Traveler. And I love the way he just kind of building, fall. He just those simple commands.
Yeah.
Gloriously ambiguous.
Mm-hmm. And his name, too, is just like... it's great.
So what is the deal with him, Phil? We haven't seen him since we saw him last, right? Because we're covering all the issues.
Yeah. I mean, they never really said. I believe DeMatteis created him, and I don't know if he had plans for him, but he kind of left, and towards the end of the Clone Saga, he comes back. I mean,
did he leave or did he travel away?
I was talking about DeMatteis, but
okay.
But no, at the end of the Clone Saga, DeMatteis isn't around, so I think is it DeFalco? Just like, oh yeah, Traveler has some like mental powers, makes people see what he wants them to see, and it's like, really?
Is that the best you could do?
But I mean. Stay tuned for April. I mean, even Turner D. Century gets brought back from the dead, but
Turner D. Century.
Judas Traveler never after the end of at the very end of the Clone Saga, he makes one final appearance. Judas Traveler never shows up ever again. I don't think after 1996, he never. I don't know if he even gets mentioned, dude, but he never shows up again.
Loose ends. Whereas we all know.
Eternity Century's favorite holiday. Sorry, go on.
What?
Oh, no.
I said New Year's Eve is coming up, which is Eternity Century's favorite holiday. But only very infrequently, only every 100 years or something.
Yeah. No, I was about to say at least there are fans of Eternity Century. So
yeah, he's sitting in the square above you over there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Standing counted.
But also, again, another thing, a big thing from this story, and I think that progresses it, is the relationship between Mary Jane and Ben Reilly. That's kind of that hesitance, or wall is kind of broken down between the two a bit. Although she still does insist that he keep his mask on. Kind of sounds a little kinky, but so. But we all understand why. Yeah, it was just a really nice package. But yeah, I know. What did you guys think of Mary Jane? This drama, because there's always, I love it. There's always the drama part of the Spider-Man comics. What did you make of Mary Jane and worries about her pregnancy and Ben Reilly? Yeah, what do you think of all that?
I mean, I get the pregnancy thing and the Ben Reilly thing. I mean, again, this is the first time she's meeting Ben. I don't know if I think she's just worried. It's like, Peter's locked away. Are you just going to try to steal Peter's life and stuff, Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's really weird though. Could you imagine it? Like just seeing a clone of your partner or your wife, just like, it's a bit weird.
And it's not even like a twin. It's like this person has like their... the person's memories up to a certain point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So no, I like how that was kind of like developing between MJ and our boy Ben. I thought that was good.
You mean between Ben and Mrs. Parker? Because he keeps calling her Mrs. Parker.
Oh, yeah.
He's just giving her the business. You want me to keep the mask on? Okay, I'm going to call you Mrs. Parker.
Yeah, it's very low-key kink. I don't know. Because Ben has seen Mary Jane's memories, right?
He does, yeah, of course.
I don't know. I think his memories might end before
predate
Peter and Mary Jane slept together. So, yeah, I don't.
Okay. He's just got the visions of naked Gwen Stacy then.
Oh!
Yeah. but he looks at Mary Jane and he thinks, she loves this body that I have.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah. I know that.
Yeah, see, he doesn't know what she looks like naked. She knows what he looks like naked.
Yeah.
It's true. A little call out as well that John Romita Jr. I think he loves drawing in the rain, like characters. How many times have we seen? How often does it rain in New York? Is it a lot?
It's not Seattle.
Like Seattle.
Yeah, exactly. It's a wrong coast.
Yeah.
But no, didn't we get a lot of rain? He drew the Lost Years that we've been talking about. Wasn't it raining a lot?
Raining all the time.
But that was the West Coast, so that makes more sense.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense.
Well, not the coast.
Yeah.
Well, does Salt Lake City get a lot of rain?
I don't know.
Any meteorologists listening, please write in.
There's mountains there. They got their own weather system, right? But
it just hit me now. Can you imagine like kids in the Marvel universe? It's like, Mommy, is Galactus taking a shower?
That's terrible.
But the whole third Peter Parker, I just wonder if like that was one of their many plans. Maybe they were like, oh, could at one point they have been saying, oh yeah, that's going to be the real Peter? Because
I don't know. It just seems like a really cheap way of creating yet another kind of throwing another like curveball in the mix.
Yeah, it seems like a big red herring. I mean, this one was Howard Mackey. I mean, when we talked to Howard and Terry, I mean, they never mentioned anything about that third Peter Parker.
No, they didn't.
But again, it just seems like something. It's like, oh yeah, the real Peter Parker has been asleep in a tube since issue 150. So
yeah,
he's not married. We don't have to worry about that marriage. You can get back to the Bugle, back to
Yeah, it's really
1972.
And this is off the back of. It wasn't that long ago we reviewed those comics of, as you're saying, like, who is the real Peter Parker? You know how they kind of made that, made you question that. Now we're made to question again with another clone coming in. It's starting to get a little bit too crowded in the room. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, remember what they said, the whole plan was like for 3 to 6 months, and then the business people were like, this is like the best selling thing. This and X-Men. Keep it going.
Yeah. Poor guys, Anyway, I mean, it's fun to cover.
Oh, yeah. It's fun now that we actually know there's like some answers.
Yeah. And what did you guys think of the Jackal? Up to his usual shenanigans?
Again, probably more misdirection. But again, did you guys ever feel like they were trying to make Spider-Man a little more Batman-esque in the 90s? Because it's like Ravencroft is Arkham.
Ravencroft and the Jackal.
Does Jackal seem a little Jokerish to you?
Oh.
Especially 90s Joker?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know too much about how Joker was written in the 90s, but he certainly gives off Joker vibes over here.
Because in some of his appearances, he's trying to tell awful jokes, it seems like, too.
But I like the hang on, is it here or maybe it's in the next issue? Do we see? Oh, maybe it's the next issue. We see Shriek.
Yes, Shriek is in the asylum.
Yeah, I like.
She's infected with the virus that she.
Yeah, the carrion virus.
Yeah.
I love Carrion. The villain. Like, I obviously don't see too much of him, but that whole thing about and so I like anyway, it's kind of jumping into that next issue, but of how it's connected to Miles Warren's clone, degenerative, stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, this is weird. I'm not finding a synopsis for the next issue.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, but I guess there's... the other thing I found was a Spectacular Spider-Man 223, but it's like a UK version.
Well, they all talk like this.
everyone drives on the other side of the road. You know what? I don't think I've ever heard an Australian do a British accent.
Oh, but I wonder if there's a guest star in that issue because there's no synopsis, but there's a title, Moon Madness.
What?
Moon Madness? Yeah. Oh no. I don't think. I don't think it's your friend. Because this UK one looks like it's the Fantastic Four.
It's a British Moon Knight.
Our Moon Knight operates on Greenwich Mean Time.
That's it.
Not the pattern of the moon, the cycle of the moon.
A British Moon Knight instead of Frenchie is who's driving the moon copter? Big Ben. Come on.
Big Ben, kids.
Oh no! Oh no! I was waiting for an NFL comment from Kona.
Oh, Big Ben of the Steelers, right?
Steelers are 11-2. How the Patriots doing, Kona?
I mean, you're on a 2-game losing streak. The Patriots
after 11 game winning streak. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have a lot more free time in the next couple of weeks
February
to organize my comic books.
I'm not sure which horse I should back in this one.
Ray's like, that's not the game you kick the ball with your foot, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any Australians in the NFL that Ray can become fans of their teams.
There were a couple that, but I think they've come back. It was Jared Hayne, but I don't know what level of NFL he played. I don't know if you've even heard of his name.
What team?
And I have no idea. Okay. Valentine Holmes as well. No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I like the name Valentine Holmes.
Yeah. I think he's back though. He's playing rugby again.
Gotcha.
Didn't make it. Anyway, are we looking at this other issue?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Ray's like, enough with your American football.
There is an entire Wikipedia page called Australians in American Football.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But anyway.
Is it just say, what the F?
Oh!
Because I got no idea. No, actually, there are a lot of Aussies that do follow.
Yeah, there was a former Australian rules footballer named Saverio Roca who played for the 49ers in 2008. So.
2008? Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
What the F?
But yeah, Spectacular 223, another fancy cover.
Ooh, fancy pants.
This is the spider.
Big spider, just gloved on the front.
Again, I have no synopsis, so I guess we'll just have to go through this one. This one written by Tom DeFalco. Pencil breakdown Sal Buscema. So we're gonna get a right cross, you know that.
Yeah. Mouth open.
Bill Sienkiewicz finished art.
Yeah.
So this one sort of starts with a darker take on Ben and Mary Jane interacting, or maybe it's a later interaction, but it's far more dramatic and emotionally raw. I thought.
Yeah, well put. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And making fun of his name, the Scarlet Spider.
Yeah. It's not even a call of the spider. Yeah.
They might have. Yeah, because he said, the Bugle stuck him with that stupid Scarlet Spider name. Could be worse. They could have called you the Black Bug.
Black Bug. Again, Scarlet Spider sounds really cool. Anyway, just
yeah. Mm-mm. And then that's juxtaposed with the dramatics of Peter Parker fantasizing about breaking out of jail and beating Scarlet Spider and handing him into the police?
Oh yeah. Hang on, sorry, I'm just flicking through here as well.
Well, yeah, because I think he right now he doesn't know there's any of the clones running around, so I think he thinks Ben's the murderer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But he kind of always questions that as well, because he knows that Ben's... Doesn't he say something like we're both from the same DNA soup or something? Genetic soup?
He's like, if he's a Peter Parker, he can't possibly be a murderer.
Yeah.
And it's like, well...
Yeah.
But the other ones.
Yeah, but I really like how Peter's kind of stuck between a hard and a rock and a hard place here, in the sense that he can't tell Robbie Robertson as well about, he can't explain why he wasn't in Utah, because it would reveal his identity, as you mentioned earlier, as well.
Oh yeah.
That was a bit where you were fantasizing. You're saying fantasizing about beating up on Ben Reilly. Just flicking through here as well.
But then he's like, yeah, if I lock him up, guess what? My identity is going to come out. Guess whose face is under his mask?
Yeah, exactly.
But I love that where she's making a Ben Reilly tea and he takes off the mask, and again it's like, no, keep that mask on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What did I tell you? Keep that mask on.
Yeah. More people are saying that nowadays.
Oh yes, they are.
Yes.
That's it. MJ was ahead of her time.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like I think you guys were talking about. Yeah, the issue opened with the Jackal, and we see Shriek and Ravencroft.
Yeah, and it's I love this idea about how she's seeing the carrion virus as kind of like a child. It's totally wacky.
Yeah.
Even Dr. Kafka, that's pretty messed up. She's going to need a lot of help. But it's cool because we do see a bit of carnage as well, and we know that they're a couple, aren't they? They're always kind of associated together.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot, like, full credit to like Howard Mackie in the previous issue, and was it Tom DeFalco for this one? It's just like juggling a lot of characters here. Like, we bounce from scene to scene with a lot happening. So it's saying the Jackal. There's also Ben and MJ, Peter and Robbie. Then it goes to Raven, and I like how we see a lot more of Raven in this, but he's got a bit of a problem with that mark. That looks vicious.
Oh, that thing.
Oh, disgusting.
Yeah.
I know. Here it almost looks like, doesn't even look like a handprint. It looks like
just like I don't know. He should be wearing a mask.
Jeez, he had bandages on. He takes them off. Yeah, I mean, it looks like something's grown on the left side of his head.
It looks like the same sort of stuff that's on Kaine's costume. All that veiny stuff. I know. Yeah. Anyway.
So yes.
Anywho.
Yes. Well.
It's like a circulatory exoskeleton. Exocirculatory. I don't know.
That sounds good. So that sounds good.
Yeah.
Whoa, well, it doesn't seem to be doing much. Doesn't seem to be doing much on Raven's face.
No, it's like a burn.
Just a scar. So we get the mysterious Peter again.
Oh yeah, because there's a newspaper with Peter's picture.
Yeah.
Just
wondering what's happening.
That guy looks just like me.
I can't believe it. Yeah.
And then, and then Ben's telling Mary Jane he wants her to get some tests done because of the baby.
Yeah, and for Mary Jane, she's a little confused, understandably so. She's wondering, like, why he wants to be so helpful. I'm on the side of Ben, of course. It's like, well, he just wants to do good. But Mary Jane, maybe it's a pregnancy causing her to lash out with different emotions. I don't know.
And again, it's like, she just met him. It's like, I mean, Ben Reilly could have been sent by anybody. Remember, before the Clone Saga, Peter Parker's parents showed up, supposedly live and well. But they were androids sent by the Chameleon, so.
And did she just now start to have some feelings of worry about being impregnated by someone who has radioactive blood and powers? Yeah. Like, she had never considered it. She's like, wait, they found something in the test results?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have that thing. Oh,
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never even seen. Yeah. I mean, I'd be similar to Sue Storm and Reed Richards. Potential mutant on the way. But gotta be careful. I mean, not
and what if she gave birth to hundreds of babies?
Oh.
All new Peter Parkers.
So plenty of stuff happening here, but in essence, it's Peter kind of grumbling in jail, Mary Jane and Ben Reilly trying to work out their differences. What was this? Just trying to the one with Mary Jane running away with the baby in her hand. This is like a dream as well.
Oh, that was part of Peter when he was fantasizing about catching Ben Reilly.
Oh, yes. Yeah, yes.
He was like,
that's right.
He's like, nowhere would be safe for us and our baby,
Yeah.
The imagination of an isolated, wrongfully accused man in prison. That's all he's got.
Jeez. So dramatic there, man.
That's what we were saying. It's like a TV show or something.
Peter Parker's in jail. Ben Reilly is on the loose. Find out more tonight on Spider-Man. Spectacular.
And then meanwhile, Ravencroft, Carnage. Yeah, like you were saying, Carnage is just like threatening the Jackal.
Yeah, love the little Carnage appearance. He gets the great line in there.
I am the ultimate insanity.
Yeah, kids reading that, like, yes, he is.
I mean, he's like, I will shatter your bones and drink your blood. I'm like, oh, come on. Who do we know like this? But
Jackal just laughs him off.
I guess he just wanted in there to check out some confidential files.
Yeah, so he's got some video on loop, right? So he's just wandering freely around the institute.
Yeah, which I don't know. This was 95, the 1995. You guys, I don't want to spoil it if anyone hasn't seen the movie. Actually, I think this was 93. Called Speed, but there's a video. There's a video looping part.
Oh, there is. Yes,
that plays into that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
great movie.
It's a good movie.
I couldn't remember if there was video looping, but I was going to say, wasn't 95 also the first Mission Impossible movie?
I think it was 96.
Or was it 96?
It might have been 96.
Because I was just going to say, because they were just talking about Tom Cruise filming the 7th Mission Impossible movie.
I know. It's crazy.
Apparently they're really good. So.
Oh my God, I heard the best joke on Saturday Night Live last night on Weekend Update. They were saying, you hear about Tom Cruise yelling at those crew guys for not practicing.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, Tom Cruise was yelling at some of the crew people because they were using camera tricks to make it look like they were 6 feet apart, but it was really only like 5'4".
Yeah.
Because he's short.
Mission Impossible. He's a small man. Yeah, Mission Impossible 96 that came out in May.
Good movie. Really good movie. I like that one.
Yeah. All right, so then the third Parkers were walking past the warehouse where Uncle Ben got shot. Take a drink, future Lilith.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And then, look, of course, it's a Clone Saga issue, so someone has to be lurking. Yeah, it's Skrier.
This guy, he's hanging around like a bad smell. He could go away.
Well, thankfully, that's the only time we see him in this one.
Yeah.
Right?
Again, they really don't pay that off. It's like...
He just needs...
Just needs to go away.
We need a courtesy flash on. We need a courtesy flash for Skrier, please.
Yeah.
It doesn't add anything.
That's what I said. By the end of the Clone Saga, they really don't pay that off. It's like, okay.
Anywho, I don't know why. It just makes me illogically really mad. I don't know. I'm so angry at him.
And how is Ben like comforting Mary Jane? Because he's like, you're right. Peter and I were in competition for the same life.
Yeah, how does that kind of calm Mary Jane down?
You know, he hasn't had a lot of socialization in his life and tact. So
No, very, very little.
Bad things. Yeah.
I was actually a little worried something was going to happen here. Like, if you look at the last panel of that page, things are starting to ramp up.
Mm-hmm.
Visuals, you know.
I mean, what do you think's going on, Ray?
Rumpy pumpy.
That's it. Well, of course. So,
Is it cheating if it looks just like your husband?
God, are these ethical issues, right? Yeah. You know, she's saying, look, take off the mask now. I don't mind. I don't mind that you look like my husband, which is very worrying.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, let's be fair. Mary Jane does have a track record. Come on. So.
Oh.
Well, with that Bruce guy.
Oh, yeah. Like he was trying to steal her away before the wedding. Yeah. I remember. Yeah, because remember me and Lilith were saying, yeah, Bruce, fancy car, lots of money. Who were they trying to say that was?
We all know Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Oh no, your favorite character,
Batman.
Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
Oh,
millionaire scientist driving around.
So what are you trying to say?
All that big pharma money.
Bruce Banner was trying to smash her before the wedding.
Smash it. Smash it.
She was trying to get into his purple shorts. That's what I'm saying.
Purple shorts.
The stretchy purple pants.
Never tear out in the back. That's good craftsmanship.
And then back at Ravencroft, yeah, Jackal's messing with Shriek.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, punches a lady. Well,
we're about to get the there it is, the Sal Buscema.
Oh yeah, the right cross. Yeah, or is that a left? But yeah,
and lolled back, mouth agog. Brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good artwork, I gotta say.
Yeah. Because I mean, I like the art. I don't know if I ever really liked. Well, both of them are good artists, but I don't know if I ever liked Sienkiewicz's inks on Buscema, though.
Yeah, you mentioned, and especially for Spider-Man, it makes it a little bit darker and, I don't know,
There's definitely a lot more grittiness to this one than the last book we read.
Yeah.
I mean, this issue isn't too bad, but some of the issues, these spectacular issues, get way dark, like art-wise. But like I said, I love both artists, just not together.
Yeah. But again, do you think that might be a reaction to
the 90s?
Yeah, and the Batman and the darker, edgier, all that sort of stuff.
Maybe.
Batman.
Yeah. Image comics too. Yeah.
Image. But again, I must say though, I really do like the way that he draws the Jackal. I mean, despite the fact that he's very Joker-esque.
I mean, look at that! Look at that panel. Is that not scream Joker to you?
Yes, but that's so cool. It's a really cool pose and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Both shots with the close up in that one,
because they even give him like the Joker chin and everything.
Yeah, and the eyebrows.
It's a J and a K in the name.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Joker, Jackal.
What's Joker's real name? Is it Arthur? Is Arthur something?
Well, in the movie, it was Arthur Fleck. In the '89 Batman, it was Jack Napier. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Jack Nicholson. Well, Miles Warren doesn't sound anything like that as well. So.
Yeah.
Well, when he was created in the '70s, I don't think they were thinking of the joke. I don't think they were thinking about the Joker. But.
Slow down. We need this for drops.
And then Peter just staring at the moon.
Yeah, wait, Peter, Captain Kirk kind of look.
Yeah, Captain Kirk, very much so. I actually got that in a bit of a Jack Russell vibe. Was he going to change or,
Yeah.
Looking at the moon behind bars.
I need to get out of jail.
Well, he can easily get out of jail.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I guess he just doesn't. He's kind of in a bit of a quandary.
Just again thinking Ben Riley can't be a murderer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ready to take a big drink, Little Hellfire, because that third Peter Parker clone, goes to Uncle Ben and Aunt May's graves and finally remembers.
Crash course origin story.
See it all. Yep.
Yeah.
Again, very crash course. In case you're a Spider-Man fan and you don't know the history, there it is again.
Yeah. Not a huge internet presence back then, so they have to periodically remind people,
Yeah.
Hey, people were looking up Spider-Man on the internet back then. Their mom had to hang up the phone first so they can get online.
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
They're in the right news groups. Yeah.
Yeah. I heard if you squint a bit, you can see Spider-Man on the internet back in the day, right?
Matt Kona was going to look up Spider-Man in 1995 on the internet, but he had to wait 2 weeks while he was downloading that picture of Cindy Crawford.
Why am I printing this out? I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, just the third Parker kneeling in the rain.
Yeah, so this big shock value that I am Peter Parker, I guess throwing it to the listeners, or the readers. Oh gosh, we don't know who's the real Peter Parker now.
All right, you ready? Okay.
They're all imagining in their head a Spider-Man pointing to a Spider-Man.
Oh.
They're thinking of memes in the future.
Hey, Kona, this is an April issue, so that can't be the November rain he's kneeling in, can it?
Nothing lasts forever. Unless the clone Sega sells well. So we add into it.
The clone November.
The clone November rain.
Maybe Phil, for the Patreon, can you get a full version of Matt singing?
Well, I do have a keyboard somewhere in the background.
Oh yeah!
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
I can't play it, but I'll bang out something on it. It's 7 a.m. I'm singing November Rain, and
yeah, exactly. The neighbors would love you.
Just hear the dog. But the issue ends with the third Parker's like, no wonder that guy in the paper looked familiar. He must be some kind of imposter.
Yeah.
Oh, but
yep.
Mary Jane and Ben Reilly leaving the house. That mask is off and looks like, is he wearing Peter's clothes?
Yeah.
Oh, they both look very happy. Yes.
I was going to say.
Sorry.
Clone Saga, so someone has to be lurking, of course. It's
exactly.
Kaine.
They couldn't let one issue off. Well, we've already had one, but why not have it again? I love it because you just get the silhouette on the top of the rooftop there,
Mm-hmm.
Just cries out Clone Saga.
Yeah.
The mark of Kaine. So, yeah, wow. Things are rolling along. I don't know what to make of these two issues because there's quite a lot happening. There doesn't seem to be like a main plot. They all seem equally as important.
They're almost like I don't want to say like fill-ins, but it's like a bridge to the next stuff because it's like, why was Jackal and Ravencroft, especially with Shriek, like he was after that carrion virus, so that's going to play a big part. Yeah.
Okay.
Especially in a upcoming story called Maximum Clonage.
What? Oh man,
they loved their maximums back then.
All right, so I don't know. What did you guys make of Matt? What did you make of these two issues? I mean, sorry. Also, as well. So before saying that, then there's a backup story, right, to this Spectacular Spider-Man, but we've covered that already.
Well, yeah, there was backups in both, but yeah, they were from that. That was
the lost
Ben Reilly's first days leaving New York. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Even more origin-y than we know of. Yeah. I thought that for a 2-part story, I don't know, something felt like kind of like abrupt about it. It felt like, I mean, I know that they're going other places and there'll be other variations to the story. and where this goes, the tale of all these Peter Parkers and stuff. But I mean, it was there's a lot of things going on. It was kind of a crash course in all of that, and just gives you a good example of how things change so fast in the world of Spider-Man. Because now what's gonna go on? Like, we're presented with this scenario. Peter Parker is in jail. There's the Scarlet Spider who looks like Peter Parker, and how's he gonna get out of it? I don't know.
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna say, I guess I could say what's coming up next month, because once again, Lil Hellfire said she was gonna send in feedback, but did not. Yeah, so once again, Lil, come on, where was that feed? Oh, I know where that feedback went, but
back of the throat.
Feedback. Throwback.
Yeah.
Felicia.
Where's the button? I was looking for her. Oh,
maybe Lilith's writing an essay. Maybe there's like so much to tell. Maybe she's still in the middle of it.
She'll add it in post. She'll leave it as a YouTube video comment underneath.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah. All y'all can just shut the hell up. He hit him right in the face with that sack.
Oh, jeez. Hope she's talking about Santa.
So that chicken.
All right. Enough with Lilith. Yeah. So next month, the end of for January 2021. Yes, it's going to be The Mark of Kaine. A 5-part story. Let me pull up the actual issues. And how do I get so far down the list? Okay. Yeah, The Mark of Kaine from Web of Spider-Man 124, Amazing Spider-Man 401, Spider-Man 58, Spectacular Spider-Man 224, and always quality Spider-Man Unlimited number 9.
Oh, nice. Always quality. It is always quality. I can't. Let's not forget that beautiful issue in that with the Terra Incorporated.
Oh, the Twin Towers one. Yeah.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
So the one before where they introduce, an NFL player and then kill him off the next issue.
Yeah. When they're arming a nuclear device just haphazardly in between smoking.
Oh, the terrorists, arming their device between smoking and killing each other, yes.
Yeah. I love it. Well, I just wanted to, before, I don't know if we're going to head off now, but happy holidays to both of you guys. Hoping you have a good break, whether it be a mental break, physical break, spiritual break, or an emotional break.
Oh, well, thank you for wishing us a mental break, Ray. But yeah, happy holidays to everyone, because this is going to go up on Tuesday. So, a few days before the American Christmas and all the other holidays, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. Is there anything else in America, Macdona?
Hanukkah just wrapped up, but yeah, Kwanzaa, Boxing Day.
Hanukkah's a thing, no matter what Smokey Robinson will tell you.
Yeah.
So, Ray, do you celebrate down there? Even though I know it's like 100 degrees down there, do you celebrate?
Oh, we've already celebrated. We're already into the new year.
Oh, wow. You're really in the future. Wow.
No, we do. It's so funny. I love talking to people from the Northern Hemisphere, because when I grew up, and as is, for me, Christmas is like hot weather and having a barbecue and stuff and having seafood, actually, more than seafood's a big thing. A lot of people go to we've got the Sydney fish markets here, and people stock up on prawns or shrimps. And
shrimps.
Shrimps on the barbie.
Yeah.
That's true. So, that's Christmas over here.
Yeah. This is because Christmas begins with the C. They eat seafood.
You hurt yourself reaching that far, Kona?
Oh my!
So stupid.
Kind of broke down before it escaped his lips.
It's Sunday morning. No, I was just gonna say. What do you put on that grill?
Sausage.
Oh, we do as well. Nothing like a good old sausage on the grill.
Yeah. It's a tradition in America, though, for Jewish people who don't celebrate Christmas to go out for Chinese food on Christmas, though.
Really?
So there's a cuisine association for some people.
Okay.
Around Christmas time, it's not really it's a different kind of Christmas celebration.
Like they did at the end of A Christmas Story.
Yeah, there you go.
And they got that duck. It's looking at us.
Yeah.
All right, so happy holidays.
Well, happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays, everybody.
All right, so everyone, Mark of Kaine next month. Next episode, to round out the new year, Lilith and I did the Thwippy Awards, which we already did.
Ooh.
And then the first January starts our Flash in the Panuary.
Oh, jeez. That's up there with C for Christmas.
It's the first episode. A classic, Amazing Spider-Man #5. Doctor Doom, Flash dresses as Spider-Man. So
nice.
The not so great moments of Flash. So. Yeah, send your thoughts, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. That's the two ways to send in feedback, Little Hellfire. Remember to follow Ultimate Spider-Cast on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can find links to the YouTube channel. Go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go, smash that follow button, that subscribe button.
Smash it.
Links to Patreon, which is 2021. Big things are coming. Matt Kona's going to play his keyboard on Patreon. Links to merch, all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And remember to support the sponsors, Tweaked Audio and Hunt to Killer. Use the code Southgate for both of those for feedback. Pod Life, the book, now in digital and paperback. Volume 2 coming. The audiobook supposedly coming. And, of course, that time of year when you're on Amazon, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and that man lurking in the shadows, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom. Please kick me in the pants. Why did your eye drift over to my box?
All right. All right, Matt Kona, besides going back to bed, where can people find you? What are you doing?
You can find me at the dog park. That's where I'm probably going after this. At Matt Kona, MATTKONA. But I do post dog park videos every morning on Instagram. That's what I do. I follow my dog around and exploit her for nothing, really. Nobody watches. But, if you want to watch a dog interact with other dogs, that's what I do.
See you later,
Welcome to
Bunky.
quarantine.
All right. Ray, I know you do a few podcasts. Where can people find those?
Sure. Yeah. The best handle though would be just hit me up on Twitter if you want at RayRayPod, REYREY pod. Generally, that will cover all the kind of podcasts that I do. So yeah, Last Sons of Krypton, a Superman podcast. To know her is to fear her. Soon to be the Spider-Woman podcast.
Oh, you took our advice. Okay, yes.
Then obviously on this great show, this is awesome fun chatting with these guys, all on Scarlet Spider. Hopefully we'll get like a bit more Scarlet Spider centric stuff.
Oh yeah.
I love the cast of thousands in these issues, but yeah. I'd like to see Ben in action. And finally, yeah, of course, Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast.
Come on, Ray, put that emphasis in it. Yeah. But just Ray Pod, just on Twitter. I love to have a chat. So and just this past week, episode 177, Lilith Hellfire made her Isle of Broad debut.
That's it. Yep, had Lilith in the hot seat at Grant Mansion. Had a fun time. She got to meet Samuels. You know, she got to ride in the mooncopter, all that sort of stuff.
I know. I listened. Yeah, you guys got to talk some Jughead.
Yep. Yeah, a couple of So it was a lot of fun going through a Desert Island books. Very surprising, but very, very cool indeed. So it's
Ray puts on a nice show over there. It was
just a really nice package.
But Lilith must be listening to shows because, like, all of a sudden she was like, "Oh, I thought he was a Boston Pizza owner."
I thought they were Boston Pizza owners.
I was like, okay, Lilith's going back and listening to stuff. I see.
Referencing those. Yeah.
All right. So, yes, again, thank you for joining us, kids. Happy holidays. Whippies next week. Flash in the Panuary coming.
Flash in the Panuary.
And remember, Marvel Unlimited's on sale till the end of the year, so go get yourself some comics. Until then, swing on back. Whip to it.
Cool. Another one in the bag.